Everything that I tell you here is based on what I do. Literally, the things that I do, which form my thoughts. If you ever find yourself starved for conversation, I would advise get into something other than what you do for your career. My name's Tarab. I make videos about emotional intelligence every day. My mission is to inspire you to take a hold of your life and to make the very most out of it. Hobbies are an essential component of staying emotionally healthy for me. If I didn't have my paintings, if I didn't have writing or making these videos for you, it would be very difficult for me to stay even-headed as a dentist, as a doctor, as someone that's trying to help my community. And I tend to take the approach where everything is one, where everything accumulates in order to find my true purpose, in order to find my true identity in the world. Meaning that whenever I create my artwork, whenever I create my music, or whenever I create systems or organize little groups, I think about it in a sense of, hey, how can I integrate this and plug this into what I'm doing for dentistry? And for a lot of people, this hybrid approach is difficult to fathom because we assume that there is a right track to go in life. Where, from my research, from my understanding of the great people in the centuries past and the current, great people combine a variety of their interests. Great people combine a variety of things that may be distant or unrelated into something that is related in order to craft what it is called a brand, but also in order to make sure that their souls are satisfied in their work. I think a lot of people, a lot of us in general, do not spend the time to value the things that we enjoy doing, and we overvalue the things that we're expected to do by society. So that I argue that the things that we are expected to do by society actually turn out better if we love ourselves on the outside. I say the real work begins when you come home from work. The real work begins, as Jim Rohn would say, when we start working on ourselves instead of our work. When we start improving our comprehension, our ability to communicate, our knowledge of the world, we become more valuable in everything that we do in the world. So I paint, I make music, I am a community creator. I'm currently creating a magic group in order to... That's another thing that I like to do. I like to play Magic the Gathering, a card game which is beyond me. I've tried to quit many, many times, but I genuinely just enjoy constructing strategic decks to play with, and then to see them in action and have cool games with cool interactions unfold. Now, that is something that I have a hard time giving up. So I thought to myself, okay, how can I incorporate this into Tarabify? How can I incorporate the arts, the painting, the music, the public speaking? How do I incorporate all of this into giving people a better understanding of emotional intelligence? Well, I say that everything that I tell you here is based on what I do. Literally, the things that I do, which form my thoughts. So why not have all of that integrated? In fact, it's quite liberating to say, hey, I'm an artist at heart. I'm a creative at heart. Why not make things that don't exist? Why not make a brand that doesn't exist? There you have it. That's what I'll be doing. So what I said to myself is, okay, not only am I going to find consistent games to play every week for my own enjoyment, but I also want to give the people that I'm playing with a common network, a community in which they can ask one another if they'd like to trade things, if they'd like to build a deck, if they want to have an event, or if they want to host a tournament or anything. That in order to have all of these things become a reality, I am the person that has the skill set of organizing. I am the person that genuinely enjoys putting groups together, so why not create that? At the very least, it gets the world to be a smaller place, which I enjoy, and it makes it so that I personally get what I want, which is playing games of Magic with people. How will I monetize this? Not so worried. I'm more worried about whether or not being in the group is actually valuable to each of the members of the group. And I think that's very important to think about when we're creating organizations. Is everyone inside of this organization, is everyone inside of this circle that I'm trying to create going to actually benefit from being a part of this thing? And thinking about the things that will benefit them in it. So, and we can use this approach, we can use this thought process with literally everything that we do, especially if we intend to scale in any capacity, because if people find value in the things that we provide, then money is always going to come. That is my genuine belief. At the very least, opportunities are going to come, and those are bridges to monetary opportunities. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, why the fuck do you care about money, Tarab? Why is it that you're an artist and you care so much about creativity and the flow state and emotional intelligence, and you talk about money so much? And to that I say to you, well, I have a mission. I have a mission beyond my hedonistic pleasure of creating things and putting them out there. My vision is to have the power to fund the operations that are in place already, to buy out companies that are doing good things for the world. I want to be one of those people that lubricates the system for compassion, that allows more integration of communication, that allows for more integration of ideologies that will actually help more people. And in order to do that, I have to have at least some amount of liquid capital and also a significant amount of wealth, meaning things that I own. So in understanding that and in being a creative spirit, I know that they can work hand in hand if I approach them in the right way. And consistency is a big part of it, but also trying to enjoy the process. And for me, part of enjoying the process is believing that there is a bigger goal. The flow state is a must. It is a thing that when I put on my headphones to make the music and I really get into it and I start listening and I'm like, okay, what could I add here? You know, I'm not really thinking about anything else. But I know that when I'm done, when I take the headphones off, that in order to feel like that was an appropriate amount of time spent, I need to think about, hey, will this eventually grant me more opportunities in the end? And the answer is always yes, if we're thinking about the opportunities. If we're not looking for opportunities, as Jim Rohn says, if we're not looking for opportunities, we're probably not going to find them. They might hit us in the face and we will not find them. Our appraisal of these opportunities is essentially everything when it comes to life, because they're fucking everywhere. Really, opportunities are everywhere. It's just a matter of setting ourselves up to take advantage of them. And that's my goal. That's really currently my goal, is to grow as much as I possibly can. So if you are someone that is a creative spirit, if you are someone that is looking to live a more you life, a more unique life, meaning your hobbies, your relationships, your work, your wealth, whatever it is, your longevity, I encourage you to think about building consistently. I encourage you to think about how these things can be incorporated into one another, or how you can leverage your career situation to give you the opportunity to network with the people that will know how to leverage your personal interests. Whether or not you like to go hiking or doing sports outside or playing golf, whatever it is, there are infinite ways for everything to work together, to intertwine. And that's the beauty. That's the beauty of life, really. Figuring these things out and really capitalizing on them. So hopefully you found this interesting. If you did, check out this video right here. It will talk a little bit more about artists and business in general. Something that I think is an essential component of being a creative these days. And as always, actualize your potential, catalyst. This world needs you. Take care.